Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss the next problem in consignment chapter. In our previous classes we discussed the two problems, and continuation we have to calculate the next problem, third problem, and see the problem now. Gopal sent goods to Krishna on consignment value of rupees 10,000. So here Gopal is a consignor and Krishna is a consignee. And how much worth of the goods here sent on consignment here? 10,000 worth of the goods are sent by the Gopal. And Gopal paid freight is rupees 500 and insurance is 1500. So Gopal here nothing but here the consignor only. And he paid 500 rupees for the freight and insurance 1500. Krishna sent account sales stating that entire stock sold for 20,000 rupees. So here total stock sold by the consignee here. Okay. Entire stock means here total stock only. Next one. And paid selling expenditure is 900. So here he paid the selling expenditure 900. And he is entitled to get the commission at a 5%. So అతనికి కమిషన్ ఎంత వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ 5%. In the previous problem commission value directly given, is it right? But now in this problem the percentage of commission is 5% is given to you. So in that cases you have to calculate commission 5% on sales. దేనిపైన calculate చేస్తున్నాము? On sales. Next. So what is the sales value is there? On that sales value apply the 5% commission. Okay. And next one. Prepare the ledger accounts in the books of both the parties. So he is asking to you prepare the ledger accounts in the books of both the parties. Means in the books of consignor, in the books of consignee we have to prepare the ledger accounts. Okay. Now first of all we have to open the ledger accounts in the books of consignor. So in the books of consignor we are going to prepare 3 ledger accounts. That is consignor account, consignment account. Next one is a consignee account. Third one is a goods sent on consignment account. Okay. So in the books of ledger, in the books of, first of all you have to prepare in the books of consignor only. So first of all we have to open the ledger accounts in the books of consignor. So write the heading ledger accounts in the books of consignor. So in the books of consignor. So in this problem consignor is a Gopal. So under bracket write down Gopal. Okay. So ledger accounts in the books of consignor we are opening. Now first account is a consignment account we have to open. First account is a consignment account. So account is nothing but it is in capital letter share form only. Okay. Same columns only repeated here. Credit side, date column, particulars column, and JF column, and next one is a amount column. Last one is a amount column. Okay. Then write down here debit side and here credit side. So this is a which account here? Consignment account. So write the heading for the account consignment account. Okay. And again I am preparing the consignee account also. So here draw the consignee account. Write on the debit side and credit side. So this is a consignee account. So consignee means here who is a consignee in this problem? Krishna. So under bracket write down Krishna. This is a Krishna account. So date column, particulars column, JF column and amount column. Same date column, particulars column, JF column and amount column. And the same for the consignee account also. Okay. Now go through the one by one. First journal entry is for the goods sent on consignment. Your entry now, consignment account data to goods sent on consignment account. So consignment account we are debited, no? So it is affected to the consignment account debit side. So write down consignment account data to goods sent on consignment account. So goods sent on consignment account. How much worth of the goods sent on consignment here? Rupees 10,000. So write down value is a 10,000. Again third account goods sent on consignment account is there. We should write in that account credit side. Okay, because we have created the goods sent on consignment account. Okay. And second entry is a expenditure of the consignor. Entry is a consignment account data to cash or bank account. So consignment account debited, no? So consignment account data to here debit side only write as a cash or bank account. So write here cash account. So Gopal paid how much right here? Rupees 500. So write down 500 rupees. Okay. Next one. For the bill. In this problem there is a no bill amount and no advance amount. Okay. Leave that is. And third one is a expenditure of the consignee. Entry is a consignment account data to consignee account. So consignment account already debited in this journal entry. So it is affected to the debit side. Consignment account data to consignee. Who is a consignee here? Krishna. So write here Krishna account. So he paid two expenditures. First one is a in this problem consignor paid two type of the expenditure. Freight is a 500 and insurance is a 1500. Total it is a 2000. Okay, next. Krishna also paid the selling expenditure is a 900. So write here 900 rupees. Okay, this is a 2000. Next one. Krishna account also we have. So we should write on the credit side. Because in this journal entry, consignment account data to Krishna account. So Krishna account we are created, no? So that's why credit side of the Krishna account it is affected. Write as a by consignment account. Right here by consignment account. So how much here? 900 rupees he paid as a selling expenditure. Next one. For the sales. Entire stock was sold here. Sales ki entry emostundi manaki consignee account data to consignment account. So consignee account we are debited, no? So consignee account we have. So consignee account data to consignment account. Consignee account we are debited. That's why it is affected to the debit side of the consignee account. So total stock sold for 20,000. So write here 20,000. Again consignment account also we have. So it is affected on the credit side. Because in the journal entry we created the consignment account. That's why credit side of the consignment account write as a by consignee account. So consignee here who? Krishna. So write here Krishna account. Value how much here? 20,000 rupees. Next one. Commission also we are calculate. We should calculate 5% on the sales. So roughly I am calculating. So what is the sales value? I am writing here. Total sales are 20,000 into commission is a 5%. 5 by 100. 2 zeros, 2 zeros cancelled. 5 0 0 5 0 0 5 2 are 10. So what is the commission now? 1,000 rupees. Okay. Then for the commission journal entry is a consignment account data to consignee account. So consignment account data to consignee account. So consignee is nothing but here Krishna only. Write down. How much here? 1000 rupees. Again Krishna account also we have. It is created in the Krishna account. Because Krishna account we have created. That's why in the journal entry. That's why it is credit side of the Krishna account. Write down as a by consignment account. So commission is a 1000 rupees. Okay. Now over. And find out profit or loss in the consignment. So once again observe the debit side total amount and credit side total amount, which is more. So here 13,900 is there, here 20,000 is there. So credit side is more. So right here credit side is more, 20,000 rupees right on the both the sides. And this side also. So 20,000 minus 13,900 means here it is a 6,100 rupees. So this is a profit only. So right here profit and loss account. Okay, this is your profit. And similarly find out the balance of the consignee. So which side is more here? 20,000 only. And that side is only 1,900. So debit side is more 20,000. So right here 20,000. And here write down by. Here in this problem the remaining amount sending to the bank draft is not mentioned. That's why I am find out in the balance carried down amount. So right here by balance carried down. So 20,000 minus 1,900 means if you deduct the 1,900 it becomes 18,100. So 18,100. This is the balance amount with the consignee and this amount is sending to the consignor. Okay, and right here to balance brought down. Here 18,100. Okay, this is a consignment account and this is a consignee account. Okay, now again we have to open one more account in the books of consignor, that is nothing but goods sent on consignment account. Okay, now come to the next one. Now come to the third account, goods sent on consignment account. So write the title now. Goods sent on consignment account. And for the goods sent on consignment account, only one entry is affected. Okay, that is the first journal entry only. So what is the first journal entry? Consignment account data to goods sent on consignment account. So in this journal entry, goods sent on consignment account we credited. That's why this account is affected on the credit side. Write as a by consignment account. By consignment account. Value of the goods sent on here 10,000 rupees. And we have to calculate the balance amount. So there is no debit balance in this account. So That amount 10,000 rupees we are transferred to where here? Trading or purchase account. So highest value on the credit side only 10,000 rupees and 10,000 rupees. So right here 10,000 rupees. On debit side also 10,000. And this balance transferred to where? Trading or purchase account. Trading or purchase account. So that is a 10,000 rupees. Okay. And these are the three accounts we calculated in the books of consignor only. Now, he is asking to you prepare the ledger accounts in the books of both the parties only. Means here, in the books of consignee also, we have to open. Okay. So, in the books of consignee, I write down ledger accounts in the books of consignee. So who is a consignee here? Krishna. Okay. So in the books of Krishna, we have to open only one ledger account. Which account that is? Consignor account. So draw the consignor account format. Now, write down debit side and credit side. Write down consignor account. So, consignor account. So, who is a consignor here? Gopal. Under bracket write down Gopal. So, first journal entry for this one is expenditure of the consignor. What are the expenditure we have? Selling expenditure is 900. For this one, what is the entry here? Consignor account data to cash or bank account. So consignor account we are debited now. So that's why debit side of the consignor account write as a cash account. So expenditure how much here of consignee? 900. Okay. Next one. For the sales made by consignee, entry is cash or bank account data to consignor account. So in this journal entry, consignor account we are created, no? That's why credit side of the consignor account write as a cash or bank account. This is for the sales. So what is the sales value here? 20,000. Next one. For the commission. For the commission entry is a consignor account data to commission account. So consignor account we debited, no? That's why debit side of the consignor account. Write down consignor account data to commission account. So write here commission account. So what is the commission value we calculated? 1,000 rupees. Okay. And next remaining are no more. Okay. And find out the balance of the both the sides. Which side is more? Credit side only is more. How much here? 20,000. And here also write down 20,000. And what is the balance of the debit side here? 20,000 minus 1,900. Deduct cheyandi 18,100. So write here balance carried on. And write here by balance brought down. Balance brought down. So here 18,100. This is the ledger account of the consignor in the books of consignee. Okay. Okay, for this problem, journal entries are not asked to you. Simply he is asking to you prepare the ledger accounts in the books of both the parties only. So this is the problem. Okay. Now, these are the three problems we calculated. These are the very simple problems. Okay. Then after that we are getting the unsold stock. After getting this one here, we are calculate the unsold stock problem. So up to now here, whatever the problems we calculated, in this problem, entire stock was sold by the consignee. But what happened here, sometimes the entire stock may not be sold by the consignee. Some stock may be left over. That is called as a unsold stock. Okay, the stock which is not sold and that is with the consignee only, that is called as a unsold stock. ఏమంటున్నాం unsold stock అంటే ఇక్కడ the stock which is not at all sold by the consignee, which is unsold, that is called as a unsold stock. Okay, now for this unsold stock we have to calculate different method. Okay, and we have to calculate what is the value of the unsold stock. Okay, మనం అన్సోల్డ్ స్టాక్ యొక్క వాల్యూని ఫస్ట్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తున్నాము. ఓకే, అండ్ హౌ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ద అన్సోల్డ్ స్టాక్ వాల్యూ. ఓకే, నౌ we have to find out the unsold stock. Okay, and how to calculate the unsold stock value. Before that we have to follow the we have to know some expenditures. So what are those? Before calculating the unsold stock, first of all we have to know the expenses of the consignor and consignee. Okay, so here expenses means here before we are calculating the unsold stock, first of all we have to know the expenses. Generally expenses are two types are there. Recurring expenditures are there and non-recurring expenditures are there, both for the consignor and the consignee. So when we calculating the unsold stock, okay, when we calculating the unsold stock, you have to consider only which type of the expenditures? Non-recurring expenditures only. We have to non-recurring expenses only we have to consider. Okay, for the both consignor and the consignee. Another name for the non-recurring expenditures called as a direct expenses. Okay, another name for the non-recurring expenditure is a direct expenditure. So when we calculating the unsold stock value, we have to consider only non-recurring expenditure of the consignor and the consignee. Remember, when we calculating the unsold stock value, we have to take only non-recurring expenditure of the consignor and the consignee. Okay, and what are they? What are they means what type of the expenditure is called as a non-recurring expenditures. So we have some table regarding this one. So what is the table? Observe here. Non-recurring expenditure of the consignor and the consignee. So I am writing here non-recurring expenses. So write down here non-recurring expenses. Non-recurring expenses of consignor. First of all we have to take the what are the non-recurring expenses of the consignor. Okay, so we'll go through one by one. What are they? First one, freight. These all you have to compulsory remember. Second one is a carriage or cartage. Carriage or cartage. Okay, and third one, insurance. Insurance. Fourth one is a packing. Fourth one is a packing. And fifth one is a dog use. Dog use. Next one is a loading charges. These are the loading charges. And the next one is a customs duty. These are the customs duty. And these all are comes under the non-recurring expenditure of the consignor. Okay. Remember, once again I am saying here, when you calculating the unsold stock value, first of all we have to consider only non-recurring expenditures, okay, of consignor and the consignee. And what are the non-recurring expenditure of the consignor? So non-recurring expenses of the consignor are nothing but freight, carriage or cartage, insurance, packing, dog dues, loading charges and customs duties. These are the different type of the transportation charges and the insurance charges and packing. Okay, these are the different type of the transportation charges. We have carriage, freight, nothing but here transportation charges only. So insurance only, and packing, dog dues also, loading charges and customs duty. Okay, these all comes under the non-recurring expenses of the consignor. Next one. Similarly, next one, non-recurring expenses of consignee. Non-recurring expenses of consignee. So before that, I will give you one hint for all the expenses of consignor. All the expenses of the consignor are non-recurring only. So remember this point. So what is this here? All the expenses of the consignor are non-recurring expenses only. So remember this point first of all. So in the problem, what type of the expenses are given which is related to the consignor, you treat that is a non-recurring expenditure only. Okay. So blindly remember this point, all of you, that is nothing but all the type of the expenditures, different type of the expenditures paid by the consignor. But you treat that those are the non-recurring expenditures only. Okay. So all the expenses paid by the consignor, you treat that those are all comes under the non-recurring expenses only. So this is the point you have to remember. Okay. Next one, non-recurring expenses of the consignee. So what are they? This one now ikkada nunchi meeru guర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి compulsory. So what are they? Unloading charges. First one is a unloading charges, and second one freight. Here also same type of the expenditure. And third one, dog dues. Some expenses are same, related only, repeated only. And next one is a customs duty. And next fifth one is a octroi. This is a octroi. And next one is a carriage to his place. This is a carriage to his place. His place means here his go down. Okay, his go down. Here his go down. Okay, these are the non-recurring expenditure of the consignee. So what are they? Unloading charges, freight, dog dues, customs duties, octroi, carriage to his place or go down. Okay, so most of the expenditures of the non-recurring of consignor and consignee is same only, but some type of the expenditures are different one. Okay, so of course recurring expenditures kuda meeku teliyali, but here recurring expenditure of the consignor no need, because all the expenditure of the consignor are non-recurring only. Okay, all the expenditure of the consignor are non-recurring only. So no need to, once again you have to check out the recurring expenditure of the consignor. But here non-recurring expenditure of the consignee is nothing but these all only. And what are the recurring expenditure of the consignee? It means here recurring expenses of consignee. Okay, what are they generally? I will write here. Go down rent. Second one, go down insurance. Go down insurance. And third one is a salary to salesman. Salary to salesman. And next one is a advertisement. Advertisement. Next one is a fifth one is advertisement. Selling expenses. Fifth one is a selling expenses. Okay. And sixth one is a salesman commission. Salesman commission. Salesman commission. These all comes under the recurring expenditure of the consignee. Okay. These are the recurring expenditure of the consignee. Means go down rent, go down insurance, salary to the salesman, advertisement expenditure, selling expenditure, and salesman commission. So recurring expenditure means here those expenditures are repeated in nature. Okay. So regularly we have to pay those type of the expenditures. That's why it is called as a recurring expenditure. Or we can call it as another name for the recurring expenditure is indirect expenditure. What is the second another name for this one? Indirect expenditures. Okay. So recurring expenditures nothing but these all. Go down rent, go down insurance, salesman commission, selling expenditure, and salary to the salesman. Okay. These all comes under the recurring expenditures because repeatedly we have to pay those type of the expenditure. But when we calculating the unsold stock, we should not consider these type of the expenditures. Vitini manam consider cheyakudadu. Okay, should not consider. Of course, in the problem, he will give you. మిమ్మల్ని కన్ఫ్యూజ్ చేయడానికి ఇస్తాడు, రికరింగ్ ఇస్తాడు, నాన్ రికరింగ్ ఇస్తాడు. బట్ you have to know which is a recurring and which is a non-recurring of the consignee expenditures. Okay. So for this one, no need to get confused because in the problem, what type of the expenditures of the consignor is given, we can know that those all are comes under the non-recurring. But in the problem, expenditure of the consignee is given to you. So in that cases, you have to know what type of the expenditure. It is a recurring expenditure or it is a non-recurring expenditure. We should identify and which is a non-recurring expenditure is there. That is a expenditure only we have to consider for calculation of the unsold stock. Okay. Why I am saying this all? Because we should calculate the unsold stock. For that purpose, we are considered only non-recurring expenditure of the consignor, non-recurring expenditure of the consignee. And recurring expenditure of the consignee should not take. Okay. Istadu problem lo ichina kuda meer em cheyali, you have to identify that is a recurring or non-recurring. If it is recurring, should not take into the unsold stock for calculation of the unsold stock. Ante problem lo recurring expenditure of the consignee ichadu anukondi, should not consider for calculation of the unsold stock. If any non-recurring expenditure of the consignee is given, then only we should consider. Okay. So it means here when we calculating the unsold stock, we should consider non-recurring expenditure of the consignor and the consignee. Okay. And how to calculate the unsold stock value, we will discuss in the next class.